Okay. Started. Says you're online. Says you're online. Says Twitch is online. Am I actually online now? Am I actually on the line? I was singing a whole song about cleaning my glasses, finding my glasses, getting everything ready. I'm gonna keep looking at the screen. If it stops, again, I'm gonna stop. You're gonna keep going. Dear Dream Machine, can you stay online so I can be seen watching you intently? Okay, we got 3 onlines. So, I think it's online. I can see Space Goonie saying hi. Hi, Space Goonie. What do you know? I think the stream is ready to go. Seems like it's solid. Not gonna drop. Okay to hit the intro. It's not gonna flop. Alright, Ripley. Pressing the button. Pressing the button. Actually, we don't do the intro first. Oh, Ripley, why can't you remember this? Oh, why won't you? Don't turn everything off by accident. There. Start soon. So my chat window is going in the wrong direction. Fine. I'll just move here. Nobody can see this. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Gamer 1. Hello. Hello. I turned it on. Yes. My name is Curtis. There's Milo over there. Just remembered that I didn't move him on the other screen, but that's fine. CTK. I think this thing is on. I think this thing is on. Oh, man. It's actually not that hot today, but in this room, always summertime, no matter what. No matter what. Hey, summertime, could I maybe take this shirt off for once in my life? Why do I even wear a shirt? Why did this even happen? What's going on? Like, I see the comics, I see all the pages, and I do not wear a shirt, any of those. Like, not even one. I mean, out of 90 pages, I think, what? No, not even one. I'm thinking real hard, and there's not even one. And here I am, like, always wearing outfits. So many outfits. And I just want to say, what is the deal, Seinfeld? What is the deal with these airplane peanuts? Good point. Good point. I do have reasons. I do have reasons. You were designed for a whole other show, not for this. And then I never did that show, so I was like, hey, guess what? This is that show now. This is that show now. This is that show now. There's always 2 of us just to hang out around. But also there's Batman. And then there's Ripley. And that other Ted guy. Hey, dudes. I haven't been working on my voice at all, dudes. So I still just kind of sound the same as last week, dudes. Did you mention me? I'm Ted. Hey, guys. It's me. It's Ted. Oh, God. Sorry for mentioning you. I didn't realize that would conjure you to start yapping your dumb faith again. I am the Orange Cat, and that is how everything should and will be. Makes sense. Makes sense. Ripley.
Tell your friends,
Tell your friends.
and tell your hot mom.
Mom.
There's no such thing as grownups.com.
That's right. What are we doing? How are we spending our time? We're turning Ted over here on this desk that I can totally see, and that's totally there with like a horse picture. Is there a horse picture? I can't remember. Ted. Hey guys, yeah, I totally have my horse poster up from earlier. Actually, I guess this is your room, dude. So this is totally your horse poster, cause you totally love horses, dude. Dude, is that a thing? Hey, I don't know, man. I'm a Canadian Californian guy. That's SoCal attitude. Unless you guys are rocking on that regular California attitude. Missed the button, so his mouth was moving for a while. I'll work on it. I'll work on it, and we'll do another voice. I was trying to go with more guys and bra, more guys and dudes than bra, but it's weird. I don't know. Don't know. When I tried to do it earlier, it was just going into a full blown Michelangelo, which I don't necessarily do, and I'm fine with. But for some reason, camera's on, and I don't I don't know where it went. It just goes away. Voices that come from the bathroom and from my car, sometimes they just can't make it into this room for some reason. I don't know what it is. The same as the Invisible Man's power on Mystery Men, I believe. As soon as somebody's watching me, powers go. Excuse me. And you get gas from your fruity McVegetable juice. Mmm, delicious. So anyway, speaking of this guy over here, with his big eyes and all that stuff, and the logo. This isn't the logo, but stuck way down here in the tiniest little letters because it's such a long title. There's no such thing as grownups.com. But over the past few months, maybe even years, pretty much every 3 months, I'm like, I gotta change this. I gotta come up with something else. It's just too long of a title. Me and my stupid long titles, always long titles. Even trying to come up with a short title, still came up with fantastic long titles. But in the world of streaming and even YouTubing, most people just like use their name or have a handle, if you will, that is just like something that's more representational and doesn't require an explanation. My biggest reason for wanting to change it is, of course, the the fact that it's so long, but the fact that it's so long and it needs an explanation. So in streaming land, how people can dip in and out. With a podcast, that's not the right camera. There we go. With a podcast or a specific show or a book, the title can go on forever and it can be self-explanatory or not. But once you start watching the show, you see it from the beginning. So if I explain, hey, no such thing as grown-ups, is reminding people to kind of, keep going with whatever their inner child wanted to do when they were older and rescue, if you will, adults from becoming grown-ups. Because grown-ups are just people who are pretending to play a grown-upping and everybody else is, like, doing stuff. Like, grown-ups are like, oh, I'm going to sabotage the post office so that I can become the king of a country. And adults are like, hey, the post office is very important to everybody, and how is this like the third way you're trying to kill off old people? How are you that old and still consecutively killing off old people with every one of your endeavors? Whoever that might be. I don't know. I don't know who's in charge of countries. I'm not that politically wise. But when people just slide in and they're like, hey, instead of typing a hate crime or the N word on my screen or just swearing for no reason at all, when people are like, what is this? What's happening? And I'm already mid drawing, mid whatever, like no such thing as wise as you seem to be. What's happening? And like, yeah, this is confusing. This is confusing, and I should make this either less confusing or create less questions so that when you drop in, hey, we're just drawing stuff, or he is playing games, and it's this guy, and he's the king of cartoons, but that's already taken. So, Cowboy Curtis it is, and maybe Lawrence Fishburne won't murder me. Um, but anyway, yeah, just like in regular life and stuff as well. But the thing that kind of clinched it was this shirt specifically. It's odd that I put it on today purely by accident, because just a few days ago I was wearing this shirt again. It's clean. It's totally clean. I went to the laundromat on Sunday, And I also, on Saturday, maybe I did two things on Sunday, but I think it was on Saturday, I went and talked to a human being in the world. And on Sunday, I went to the laundromat, still kind of talked to some human beings in the world. Um, One of which who I think might have bought some dinosaur art for me before. And she's all like, "Hey, I have bad luck. Oh my god, it's so crazy. My laundry." Like, "Oh, good luck. This stuff just happens. It's a laundromat. Don't worry about it. Things shut down. You didn't lose any money or time on your machine." Although I didn't really say anything, I was drawing, and or folding laundry. But then by the time she left, I'm just like, that was a lot of energy that you don't forget. She definitely stood in front of my table, just being excited about something on my table. I don't remember what, but definitely I could have said, "Hey, if I weren't wearing a mask and had a bunch of dinosaurs in front of me, would you recognize me from the art on your wall?" But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Um, Today, um, there it is. Ha, always lost in the folds of my pants. Today, we're going to do a new t-shirt design for one, and I'll tell the story of how that came to be. It's a very short story, but it involves poop. And the other thing is I'm going to need some reference photo to trace off of, because, ah, that's how graphic designing gets done. But yes, so I went to the. I can't remember what the store is called, but there's a store just downtown here that has like locally made stuff for the most part. I don't know how it works. I'm sure I've asked a few times, like, if I just bring a stack of books here, will you sell them and or buy them for me so that you can sell them? How does this work? And every time I do that at a place that sells local stuff, I seem to come away with an answer that's just like, I'm more confused. I don't know what to do. I seem to just keep giving away my things that I make, and then the end, I guess they hate me, or I'm supposed to harass them more. And turns out the answer is usually harass people slightly more because they're like, "Oh my god, thank God you asked me three more times because I just wouldn't get around to that." Like, well, then on interaction number one, you tell me, "Hey, Beetlejuice rules apply. You're gonna have to do this two more times, and then the doors will unlock." Because otherwise, I don't know that. I don't know you. All right, I'm trying to get in to the fortresses of solitudes. Oh my god, I thought it disconnected again. Um, so anyway, there's I've been in my head. I think I've named her Lynn only because there's like another lady who looks nothing like her, but is kind of in the same art world, selling, doing stuff, things. So I'm just like, you're Lynn too. But that might be her name. I don't know. And the other thing I call her now is Mask Lady. I don't call her Monkey Farts. I don't call her Monkey Farts. Excuse me? Why the F is Monkey Farts even an option to call this lady? I mean, making up a lady name based on some other random lady, that's at least a name and treats her like a person. But excuse me, is Monkey Farts working today? I would like to purchase a mask. It seems like a fairly out there thing. Elaborate? What is elaborate, Alex? All right. So at the store where they have stuff, there's like wooden things, like those that you hang on the wall and say, "Hey, the beach is nice. I'd rather be there than here," and or super nice bird houses, bird feeders that are like all bent and weird shaped, like Dr. Seuss houses, and regular shaped ones. I don't know, oven mitts, uh, knitted, crocheted things, clothing, yard ornaments, a lot of like woodworking-y type stuff, some metal type things, a little bit of everything. A whole wall is pretty much just covered with masks now. And so I go in there because I'm like, all right, I'm still supporting local stuff, and I'm getting a mask. And ever so often, I'm like, I'm gonna go get another mask or check out the mask because this mask isn't comfortable anymore, or I picked the wrong one and it's too small. Blah 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 blah. Always more reasons. So I go in there, but it is primarily, for me, the monkey fart store. No, it's not. There's no such thing as the monkey fart store. You're not making any sense anymore. How is every time you keep talking, you somehow drift over to monkey farts? Monkey farts aren't even a thing. We live nowhere near anywhere where a monkey might even just be existing, let alone farting to the point of, I don't know, filling a store. What are you talking? You don't make any sense. I make plenty of sense. So, normally I go there for just the little wax melts. I'm just gonna point to where the wax melt thing is. That usually get like a Glade something or other Airwick. I for some reason can't think of the company that's the main one. And they have a bunch of like candy bowl things set up like on a wall and the little paper bags, and you pick out what you want. Now, the first day when I first moved downtown and started wandering around, went into that store, looking around, to do. And she's like, well, I'd like to buy something local and support this store, mostly so I can also have the opportunity to say, hey, how do I get my stuff into this locally made stuff store? And the thing from before that I said. So, Scentsy is not what I was talking about, but that is also the main one. The one from Febreze, I think, is what I was thinking, but also wrong. Probably Glade is what I meant. So yeah, I go in there and they have a wall of them, and there's like, cinnamon, sugar cookie, toffee, lime, lemon, all the flavors. They all look like food. They all look delicious, and they look like they should smell great just based on the name alone. Like, gingerbread cookie? Yeah, perfect. No, no, not perfect. Like, what about this other thing? Like, and first day I went through it, I'm just like, I don't like, hey Moxie Fox, I don't like a lot of smell things anyway, unless they are just purely delicious. And monkey farts, out of all the things, all of them are all food flavors of some kind, sugar, or fruit, or baked goods. And the only one that's just like, well, monkey farts, like, why am I even going to give this one a chance? Like, well, they're shaped like candy, and the other ones aren't. Like, it's got that going for it, right? Oh, oh, hey, hey, guess what? The world, monkey farts are the greatest smelling thing in the monkey farting world. Yeah, yeah. So every so often I'll go and I'll get a little bag of monkey farts and I'll break them up, throw them into the wax melt thing, and it's kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's definitely like a melange of several delicious berries and then maybe something else thrown in there for like a Colonel Sanders 12th magical spice or 11th magical spice. Um, but no, actually, maybe banana is the binding smell that pulls all the fruit together. That would make sense. But I have no idea. But it's definitely a berry scent for the most part, but a delicious mix to the point where once the heat hits it just right to it, like, it hasn't permeated the room, but there's like, when you can still smell a difference. That's a weird sentence, but once the room is permeated, then it's like eventually you're like, oh, that's just what it smells like now, and I don't notice the difference until I leave. But when you still have that little bit where it's just like, I'm over on this side of the room, like, everything's fine. Did I just walk through a lilac bush, but instead of that pungent, painful lilac smell, it was fantastic? Yes, yes, I did. Okay, all right, that explains the Bucky fart. Bucky Fart explained that's why she's the Bucky Fart lady who you do not call Bucky Farts to her face. All right, step one, check, complete mission, access granted. Now, why? Why in the ever-loving stupid face of yours are we talking about this? Wasn't this about a shirt 25 minutes ago? Weren't you going to draw something? Who is this? What is happening? He's not wrong. He's usually not wrong. Um, but so yeah. Okay, yeah. Just my pocket kind of makes it look Not wearing a hoodie. Feel weird. So, get a mask, get some monkey farts, and lady's like, oh hey, like how's it going? Blah blah blah. Like this and this and that. Like, yeah, this and this and that. We always talk, and you always recognize me, even though I'm all masked up. Presumably, I'm the only person who's here for monkey farts, because you're like, hey, you got the monkey farts right away this time, huh? Because we moved them last time and you couldn't find them. Like, that's true. That is true, monkey farts lady. So, you know what? I'm going to try my best to also look at some reference photo for the thing I want to draw while I'm talking like a maniac. I'm going to use the book that I made as a mouse pad and see if this works. Kind of working. There we go. So I step up to the lady. And blobbity blobbity blue, saying things, and then she's like, "Hey, what's on your shirt? I like your shirt. What's on your shirt?" But I have my backpack on, and right this way, and right about here, where the head is, that's where my hand sanitizer is holstered, and the strap is going across the face. And she's like, "What's that all about? Like, you're into cartoons and stuff. Like, so this is me and my husband. Like, we're friends forever right now. Basically, like, yeah, awesome. High five if you weren't on the other side of a glass partition with a mask over your face." And ooh, that's probably perfect. Is it? Is it though? Oh, schmear. Oh, that's actually perfect. I like the drama. Ooh. You can't see what I'm looking at, but I'm looking at pictures. Oh, that's why. Why is drawing screen disconnect? So yeah. I guess we'll come back to that story. So the shortest story of why and where tonight's shirt idea came from is today several people got their book in the mail. So huh? Huh? Look at all those juicy pages. So many juicy pages. And in the getting of the book, Tara, Moxie Fox, I sent her a whole pile of information for other stuff I'm going to talk about, which is the revamping of the stream again, like I talked about before with the name thing. This is all connected. This is all connected. Oh, man. So, I sent her that whole plan. It was way too much text, so she's like, that's a good plan. Like, awesome. Something, something, something. Anyway, like, basically, I just got back from into town, and now I'm pooping. And it's been a long week. Too long of a week, and like, even though it's only Tuesday, but I was like, hey, your book should be in the mail, like, right now. That'll cheer you up. And she was like, oh, I already got it. Like, I already have, like, my 2 copies, like, the one to give away and one to keep. And, but now I'm pooping. But now I'm pooping because you have some friends that in no way, shape, or form want to know if and when you have ever pooped or will ever poop. They don't want to hear about anybody else's poops ever, ever, ever. And they will still make sure to go, hey, by the way, in case you're wondering, and this message is coming mid-poop. Toilet-wise, straight at ya. Like, alright, cool. So my response to having the books and pooping, Voltroning those together, is books are for pooping? Books are for pooping. Books are for pooping. So that's that's tonight's design t-shirt theme. So I'm looking at for some books to trace. I'm gonna have a stack of books, a roll of toilet paper, and then books are for pooping underneath it, and then I'll throw that into the store, and soon it will all have different names and maybe be at different places. But that's my plan for this week. That's my plan for this week. Oh, now there's some drama. That's what I want. Oh, that's CG. No, I need real books. Why? Why do I refuse to trace from CG? I don't know. I really don't know. It seems like it's the same thing. If you're just tracing off the shapes, you're basically just looking for some squares, right? And those squares will be stacked in this dramatic way that you seem to be desperate for. So, who effing cares? Draw some rectangles already. Oh my god, and tell us what monkey farts did to your life. Because I'm personally both exhausted by it and completely engaged. And I seriously need to know the end. And if we never find out, I swear to whatever it is everybody believes in, I will murder you in your sleep. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you just click away? Did you just click away when you finally found something? You stupid, stupid, stupid. Alright, so try again. Try to learn how to click like you've clicked something before. Ah, okay. And back to me. Haha. So I found some reference. I say reference. I found exactly what the thing is going to look like when I trace it. And yeah, I was going to work on, I'll show you that in a second. So real quick, go to this folder. Bang. I can't see this from here. I think that says Milo Reboot. And down here, again, we'll go to the window Crapture. We'll click on that. Bangarang. Bangarang. Rufio. Rufio. Ah, finally. There's a thing. And also that as well. I'd rather use the 3D person's reference than the 3D reference because I also know that 3D people, even more than me, way more than me, totally grab stuff and they trace it off in 3D as well. Milo, you are way off over there, dog. There you go. And on... Ah! Okay. Excuse me. Right, just enlarge my screen. Don't remember where I left off on this. As Jeremy spoken place today. This should still loop. So today, I did a few things. Even though I still feel like, hey, have you completed any of the day? Nope, not at all. Wrong. If you asked me, hey, what'd you do today? I genuinely feel like saying nothing. Didn't have work, so I accomplished nothing today. But in actuality, I did this little doodle here, a little Milo doodle, and then I cleaned it up. This is what we were gonna do on the stream today. So far he just blinks. Look at that tail. Oh yeah. Tail's just moving around, chilling, and then just looping. So it's not a perfect loop yet. It technically is because nothing really happens, but I didn't extend it. So yeah, that'll be part of the Milo reboot. He'll still need a mask, but the new name for the stream will determine all of that stuff. Excuse me, sir? Excuse me, sir? Hello? Is this mic on? Is this mask on? Is this impeding your ability to hear me? What did you say reboot? Are you Snyder cutting me? Are you Snyder cutting my head off over here and putting a new, I can't remember the Steppenwolf head on me? That who cares if it's any different? It's still the same movie. It might look slightly different. I mean, I was expecting it's going to either look more red or more blue. I can't remember which one was which when I thought. But oh my god, can you believe that the Snyder Cut isn't out yet already? And / /tilde underscore .html underscore George Lucasig, your George Lucasig and Snyder cutting me rated by heart. Is that what you're hearing? Is that what I'm hearing? That is what you're saying. Yes, yes, it's time. I'd call it a refresh, a change up. But like I said before, you're meant for babies, and little beady-eyed Milo is meant for our hearts. And he's just better. He's just better. Wait, so is he gonna be different? Like, am I being destroyed? And then this one is being brought to life because, I mean, the last time when I exploded because of that weird time-space continuum when I was black and white, I still retained who I was, and same deal with the clone thing, because I was the other clone that was still locked in the closet, and then I came out later. If anybody doesn't know, there's a whole series called Morning Everybody on the YouTube. I know you think it's grown-ups, and it's got a pretty vast and storied Milo history. I've been exploded and killed several times and come back in many different ways. Very exciting, very tremendous, very Steiner. But seriously, one more time? One more time. Come on now. Like, this has to be the last time. There never has to be a last time. Um, so anyway, like yesterday, I really didn't accomplish anything. I don't think. I can't think of anything I accomplished yesterday. I know that I still did something. I made something. Oh yes, I thought about names for this stream, and I sketched up a bunch of doodles, and I sent a list to some people, and was like, huh? Hmm? How crazy does this seem? Hmm? And so far, no crazies. And now I'm just trying to decide between Doctor, Mister, and Professor. Professor is the correct answer, but too long. Too long. Alright, what, why? What? What is this? Why? How does this all relate to buying monkey farts? Milo, shut up. Okay, if I click this. It worked. Okay, cool. Whoa. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, everything's fine. Okay. So we'll take some books and we'll start drawing. It is, even when I was like prof, like PROF dot, because at least Mr. and Doctor, it's just fairly universal, but prof, I feel like people will be like, oh, they just say prof and then the rest of the word, which I'm not telling you until I do a proper design, even though I already told Space Cooney. Oh my god. So gassy right now. So, um, anybody see where my pen went? Oh, there it is, in the shadows. So, let's go that thick. Do. No, I changed my mind. Go with a 4 and make it kind of sketchy. Too sticky because it's too hot in the world. So I need the glove. It's right over there. Ripley, we haven't seen you in a while. What are you up to, sweetest angel? Look at you talking away, and I'm not doing a voice for you. There you go. You just blink. You just blink, and we'll work on. Um, ah, do you? Do. And back up. Meow. 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 Oh, you're doing a little song over there. That's okay, I guess. Got my magic glove, and everything's cool. Whoa. Whoa! Oh, that's a cool glove, bro. Hey, guy, can I totally try on that glove, bro? I think that would be cool for skating and possibly sky surfing when I do bank heists. I'm just kidding, guy. It's just in a movie that I saw. I'm just a cat. Ha ha ha. Seriously, that guy's gotta go. I hate him so much. He's adorable. Leave Ted alone. He'll be sad when Bill shows up too. Um. So start at the beginning or start at the middle so we can get back to the beginning and finally find the end, which is Let's draw this in red so you can see it. So, Monkey Farts Lady says, pretty sure there's something I left out here. Anyway, what's the deal with your shirt? Is that Jessica Rabbit? No, it is not Jessica Rabbit. As I said, my strap is across here. Hand sanitizer here. Squirt, squirt. Rub, rub. Everything's clean. Go get some grub. It is. I told a story about that for sure, where I'm like, I'm still pretty sure Renata invented these. I've never seen them anywhere in the world until after she started doing it, even though, yeah, no, it was days before Pinterest, so she had to have. She's like, is that Jessica Rabbit? And I'm like, is what happening now? And I'm like, no, I made this. This is my dinosaur lady. There's also a Jeff Goldblum version. He has this head. He's got a Triceratops head. And he's got a pterodactyl head. And then this lady, I think, has multiple heads. I can't even remember anymore because I've been making stuff about pooping. And she's like, oh, awesome. That's great. I was like, yeah, I make stuff. That's my thing that I do. I make stuff. I just finished a book. I'm just waiting for the proof copy so that I can spread it out to the world, get it on Amazon and whatnot. And Terry got her books today. Little Sam got her books today. Surprise, little Sam. You're in the book. Huh? What a surprise. Mirko, you didn't get a book. Maybe you did. Your little Mirko's in the book. That's all. Billy Zane, did you get a book? You're in the book, Billy Zane. You're in the book. Jamiroquai, you're not in there, but you're mentioned more times than you should. Ryan Gosling, also in the book. I'm surprised. Like, yeah, these shirts feel great. I should adjust the design. I put too many little subtle colors in there. So it's... But I've worn this a ton of times, and it's still 100%. And the book I'm very impressed with. So my proof came, and I would have spent the time pressing the buttons or doing whatever I have to do to make it go to Amazon and be more accessible for everybody. And ooh, dear Ryan Gosling. Did I say Ryan Gosling? Because I meant Ryan Reynolds. But Ryan Gosling is also in there, but he's got a bag on his head. You'll have to read the book to find out how and why that happens. Or maybe that one's on my Instagram, but I think I left that one out because I want it to be a surprise. I know why. I put the bag on his head. I put the bag on all their heads. I'll do it to everyone. I don't care what it takes. Any celebrity I can get my hands on, I'll put a bag on their head and I'll put them in a room and I'll attach them to things. Shh, too much. But yeah, I definitely should send one to Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling. Be like, hey guys, pride of our country? Hmm? We're practically the same. You're a Pikachu. I'm a whatever this is. Everything's cool. So I tell her about the book, and I'm like, yep, just waiting for that, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, that's awesome. And then she like pulls out a post-it note pad and a paper, like, like, tell me your internets. How do I find these things? How would I look at the stuff that you make? I need more. And somewhere in the back of my head, actually, no, two things. Two opposing little guys in the back of my head that are like trying to pull the levers to be like, all right, let's do this, let's do that. And one guy is like, hey, in the backpack, flip your backpack around in that weird way that you do. Open up the front pouch. There's definitely some postcards and our business cards. Give them to the lady. And the other guy on the other side is like, hey, I'm the pedantic memory guy. He should have a different camera. Hey, it's me, the pedantic memory guy. Before you go giving away more postcards, I know that you're fine with giving away as many postcards as you can and want to. Doesn't matter. You're going to make new ones anyway. But we definitely already gave postcards to this lady or possibly the other lady that works here that is also Monkey Farts lady. But this lady for sure you've talked to several times. Pretty sure we've gone over this. She definitely has postcards already. If not, or if anything, we had a discussion about, oh, my husband will love these sexy dinosaur postcards, which I also have. wrong camera for that. But yeah, right there, bunch of those. The inside my pencil case thing. So I'm like, all right, shut up, pedantic guy. Shut up. You're always causing trouble. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And he's all like, fiscal responsibility. Can't just go throwing away postcard after postcard. She's already established that she's not going to look. And, was I just on the wrong camera that whole time? And somewhere in my head, I'm just like, they're all anxiety voice games, all of them. But yeah, I was just like, yeah, of course I'll still give her a postcard and stuff. Usually when I give one to somebody, I'm gonna say like 50% of the time, I know this is just going out into the ether and it doesn't matter. And other times it's like, hey, you're in pandemic mode. You need something to check out. You're super into stuff right now. And this is like the third or fourth time we've had a conversation about stuff that we relate to. And Knight Rider, this is definitely like the second or third time Knight Rider's come up. So yeah, sure. Like my stream, my videos, my books, they're all definitely aimed in the direction of you and your husband, if this is the kind of stuff you're into. But anyway, yeah, no such thing as grown-ups. So the moment that set me over the edge of, yeah, this has got to change. This title is too long. Because so many times this happens where it's just like they either go, oh yeah, not the grown-up. Like, what? Are you referencing the thing from Dinosaurs from like 1990 from the Jim Henson Company? Is that what's happening? ABC Friday nights? Sunday nights? Who cares? Too much nonsensical information. But if you are watching Monkey Farts Lady, I love talking to you. None of this is all meant to be silly and sound crazy. Not taking any shots at you. But no. The fact that she was on, like, she's, no, that's awesome. Like, it makes sense. I'm like, yeah, because I just explained it. I was like, but without any explanation, it's a whole bunch of words. And what I've learned in working for Streamlabs, in making custom art logos for so many names, day after day after day, logo after person after character, and whether they're famous, whether they're not, the names are still short and to the point, and not a big title as if it represents things. So it is just like, hey, Chaz McCool, I'm watching Chaz McCool stream. What's it about? Whatever Chaz McCool is all about. That's not going to be the title, but now I'm thinking of it. Can we change my name to Chaz McCool? I'm thinking, if we're going to reboot me, then, Milo, it's an okay name, and I realize you have some sentimental value to that because they're the real Milo, etc. But I mean, Chaz McCool? Let's just think about that for like 10 minutes and have a party on it. No, you cannot be Chaz McCool at all. Can I be Chaz McCool? I will emerge from the darkness, and I will say, where is she? Chaz McCool is asking. I don't know what happened to Batman, but he's not cool anymore. He's super not Chaz McCool. If anything, if anybody's name is going to change to Chaz McCool, it's going to be Ted. Right on, brother. Right on. I lost the voice completely. Hey! No, that's an old man voice. Cowabunga! Yeah, you got to practice, even if you're just funning around. Oh yeah, and that's, you asked a while ago, is it a medium? I believe so. A P for French. Maybe it's a small. It might be a small. I just went blind just now, trying to force my eyes to turn that far to the left, and now I can't see. Two Last Names is the new title. I know that you're not suggesting Two Last Names as the title, that it should be Two Last Names. But two last names sounds good. It's like two broke girls, except two last names. And again, also an awesome long title is first name, last name. 4 words though. I'm trying to keep it to two. Trying to keep it to 2 words. And like I said, if I can keep the first one to be a Mister or a Doctor, ideal. I can't think of another one that senior. No, that doesn't work, and would probably be racist. My name isn't. Oh, in New Brunswick, I've been away from there for just long enough now that just a short 2, 3 years ago, 2.5, I don't know. I used to live, having to drive by a place called Curtis Corner, where it's just like, what? Curtis Corner? I feel kind of like a celebrity here. But then every time it's just like, and what's your name, son? Curtis. No, but what's your first name? Curtis. No, but your first name, Curtis. I'm asking for your first name, not your last name. Curtis is a last name. No, dog. No. Where I come from, Curtis is my name, and it's my first name. It's my first name. And we've discussed how we literally stepped up, grabbed everything, and left a bank, disbanded from a bank. We're done with you because you can't figure out that Curtis is my first name. That's probably one of the funnest, greatest days, terrifying, but greatest days of my life is, hey, guess what, lady? You just lost yourself a customer. Way to be old. But yeah, so in New Brunswick, both my names are last names. But here, it's not a first name. And when I tell people that story, they're like, what? New Brunswick? Don't even go there anymore. That place is crazy, he says to all of his mostly New Brunswick fans. Oh, you'd love that, wouldn't you? Carrie Curtis cartoons and spell them all with K's. No, no. Okay, and so here's the rest of the name convention story. So for one, whilst explaining to me that no, like it's a great name and it's a great idea. There's no reason to change this. While doing that, she had the postcard. Yeah, so the postcard has the name at the bottom and the tagline at the top, or vice versa. I can't remember right now. Excuse me. And and she read like, yeah, no, it's not actually that long. Like saving adults from becoming grown-ups. Like, see, that's how I know it's too long. You read a whole sentence of something else that is not the name of this thing. It says no such thing as grown-ups on this twice on the logo and on the .com, and you decided to pick another long sentence, and that's confusing. That's confusing. So again, like the podcast, it can have a philosophy. We open each episode with what it's about. Nobody's dropping in like it's a radio show. And this is a radio show. Therefore, if people drop in, whether they drop in at the beginning or they drop in at the end, I am still Chaz McCool. Wait, no, I thought I was Chaz McCool. That's not cool. I'm Chaz McCool. I'm Chaz McCool. Oh, Captain, my Captain. I am the coolest captain. Guys, everybody shut up. I'm trying to rebuild an empire here. Okay, we definitely thought about that before or had some variation or were totally like, yeah, let's call it that. But no matter what you know, it's still gonna fall on me. But you're right. We should change it to that. given the 15 seconds that I just put some heavy thought into it, and today's climate, it's the greatest idea ever. I should have written this down. I could look at my Facebook. But one of the models that I follow, that I've drawn, that's in my dinosaur book, she just started a podcast. She is, I don't know what she is, but she's not white, and all of the makeup flavors and colors or whatever, none of them come in her colors, and if they come close to it, it's sand and dirt and whatever. And she's like, I'm not sand, I'm not dirt. So she has a podcast with a very clever name that I can't remember. That is about like white privilege and interviewing other people of color and how they deal with things that people treat as normal. For example, on her Instagram, it says things like, when you do go to a specific shoot, and people are like, yeah, here you go, like this is close enough. Like you're going all out with your specific colors for these regular white people, but for me, you're literally just like, again, close enough. I don't know. Is there products for you? Yeah, there is. And next week I'll try to remember what it is. But it's a super clever name that kind of calls out racism, and it's great. And maybe we should do that in the podcast because you are indigenous and I am clearly a cowboy. Cause I stay up all night and I sleep all day. I'm a cowboy. Spend all my time at Hollywood and Vine, cause I'm a cowboy. Find West Coast Milos for my East Coast homies and posse. Yeah, that rhymes with Milo. Suddenly, there we go. My keys don't work. Gotta have a shirt to match my mug, or else people will think that I'm on drugs. Office life in your cubicle. If your mug doesn't match your shirt, your what rhymes with cubicle? Then you're a cubicle, like a square. Oh man. So we talked about that. And I was like, that's it. That is it. And then, again, through the Voltroning of all the things, I took what she said. That's what she said. And I took the monkey farts. If you just dropped in now, we talked a lot about monkey farts. And then I took the name idea that I had, was just barely coming up with, and came up with a fart-based title, which I still might also do. I do think it's hilarious, and it comes with a running joke that could go forever that I might end up hating after 2 weeks. And that's the fear there. Also, there's fart in the title, and I don't... Same reason as like, oh, am I going to get sick of the fart thing? I think I will, so I think that's... Anyway, I didn't tell you what it is, so we'll figure it out later. By we, I mean me and all of these imaginary characters. Oh, snaps. So, change the podcast to something more racially jarring, and she suggested things, came with a fart type name. All of this was leading to something else that I don't remember. Then there was the Milo. I made books. Maybe that was all of the things I wanted to say. Maybe that was all of the things that I wanted to say. Oh. What do we got here? We'll be right back after these messages from purchasing things. Oh, hey, Dumbbeard Faith. What do you draw today? It doesn't. What? Oh, are you talking about the day I held aloft my fabulous new mask and revealed that it said, some of us are over here trying not to look like assholes. And I have this other option that says, some of us are trying not to look like assholes, Karen. Because, that whole thing with the Karens? Yeah, that sounds wildly inappropriate. Where are you getting these masks? At society6.com/no such thing as grownups. I made them. You're selling them. In the what? When did you do that? Who helped you do that? Meow. Meow. Ripley. No. So this is a commercial? This is a commercial right now. We're in a commercial? Yes, sir, and or ma'am. And if you're in the market for a shirt that tells people to be nice in the meanest way possible, that's what I have. What about you want it on a mug? I can put it on a mug. And that's not all. What do you mean that's not all? There's also that other stuff that you made with like dinosaurs or whatever. But I don't care about that. Society6.com/no such thing as grown-ups. It's a store. And we're back. Hope everyone enjoyed. Running out for a quick pee. Those are some other things I made last week. So anyway, in all of this, again, in the zeitgeist of when do you feel like you've checked off things throughout the day unless you make a checkmark list. So did that, and today, in the world of how do I feel like I've been productive. So I thought of, like I normally do for the stream, I will throw up the loop of Milo, and I'll sometimes just sing a little song while I just film it from my computer screen onto my camera on my phone, and then just bang, it's Instagrammed. No muss, no fuss, no thoughts, no clots. In your brain? So, today for some reason, I was like, because I'm not working for the day, it's just like, I could spend a half hour, I could spend an hour, I could spend all day making a dumb little thing, but I'm still not going to spend too much time. I'm just going to take a Milo loop, and I'm going to, holy snaps. And I'm going to slide him around. If you haven't checked, it's on the Instagram, it's on the YouTube. It's called Stacy's Bohemian Mom, and it's Milo singing his version of Stacy's Mom to the GM'd into Bohemian Rhapsody. It's great. So I figured, yeah, I'll just do a bunch of cross dissolving. I'm not going to really make anything new, but I am thinking, oh, maybe I will start to set up the Milo character so that we can animate it today. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll do the new Milo into this video. Why not? Let's do new Milo right now. See, that's a lot. Playing playing certain games, like the reason I don't get around to games is because that still has to feel like an accomplishment. Levels get passed, statuses become more powerful, whatever, armors are collected, and a life is lived. Like, you have to do a job in a lot of these games, and it's even just stuff like that where it's just like, yep, if I sat down, like one of the things I was thinking about for the past 2 days is like, all right, let's sit down and do some Mario Maker. I'm in the mood to play some Mario, but I also live in a world where I like my Mario levels. I think they're the best. So why not make one and then play it? Because half the time I'll throw on Mario Maker and then I'll be like, that's fun. But you know what's awesome? My levels, right? Hey, you know what books I read? My books. What shirts I wear? My shirts. Hey, someone is filled to the brim with themselves, huh? Just full to the brim with the road, hubris, the delusions of grandeur. Is that what this is? You're gonna crash the Millennium Falcon over here? I mean, come on now. The roar of an engine. But yeah. The fact that I was like, I have to take this microphone that is right here, slide it over, and then maybe put on headphones, I guess, and do a stream. Because it just seems odd to not talk about everything that I'm doing, but then at the same time, I don't really feel like talking about everything I'm doing. I just want to make a level. So, end up in that thing. So yeah, sometimes I make my own juice. I do a lot of things that I don't give myself credit for. So today, I made that little music video, which again, I just literally unnecessary literal. I just went to the internet, Googled free, royalty free, super free, downloadable stock video footage found a site that has like, here's a handful of stuff, but it's free. You use it for whatever you want. We don't care. And I just grabbed those. I grabbed like pretty much the first four that I saw, and then looked for like the fireworks, and then took the Milo loop and put him over the top. But before that, that's when I made the reboot Milo, because I was like, oh, I'll do this. So I got like almost this far with him before I stopped and was like, this was supposed to be a 15-minute throw together video. Now I'm building a whole new character, a whole new point of view. No one to tell him no or where to go. A whole new Milo for you. Straight lines are hard. Why don't I just use the straight line tool? 'Cause I want it to still look a little bit not perfect. So I made that video. Even after making that video, I'm still like, I didn't really do anything. That was just a dumb throw together thing, advertisement to say we're going live later on. And then I was like, oh yeah, I like roughed out and made a chunk of this whole character. Like he's almost usable right now. I did a full tail whip, 20-second long loop of that tail whip with variation. I mean, huh? I used to work in animation as a supervisor. I know for a fact that I would give that to some animators, and 3 days later they'd be like, all right, I'm almost done with this thing. The thing that I did this morning on my way to do another thing? That's why I don't supervise anymore. Because I hate how everybody does everything, even me. Still on the wrong camera. There we go. Just like the political convention thing. I make my own juice and I drink it up too. If you were here, I'd blend a glass for you, but I'd ask you first if you like all this stuff, and then I'd say, hey, that's gonna be rough, 'cause it's roughage. For your guts, you're gonna poop it real nice out your butt. Oh, snaps. Part of me thinks, what's wrong with me? And then another part of me thinks, what's wrong with you for watching this? And then a whole other part is just like, what's wrong with everybody else in the world for not watching this? I mean, this is quite to the extreme, rocking mics like vandals, lighting up stages, waxing, matching chumps like quandles. So, I did those things. Alright, that's already check. I made 2 art things. Look at the room, see what else I did. I went down and checked the mail like 4 times because I'm gonna get there. I'll get there before you jam it in the mailbox. All right, mail guy, I'm gonna get you, huh? I'm gonna get you. And I didn't. And then he didn't come until like 5 o'clock. I don't even know. So he at least, I think, opened my mail first to see, oh, this is how far I can bend it, and then bend it in, which honestly, I already know what's supposed to be in there, and it was in there, so that's fine, mail guy. I don't care. As long as you didn't destroy it for once, because again, it's hard to see on this one. Let's go to this camera. But I don't know if you can see in the top corner there. If I can get it to shine just right. Maybe not. Well, let's look on this side. Nope. See it? Oh, there it is. See that kink? See that kink? Oh no, look right there. Look right there. That's through like half of the book. Half the book. If I didn't need it for a mouse pad, I would throw it across the room right now. But again, this was a proof, and it also proved that I needed to revise it, so the versions that you guys got are the better ones. This one, the stuff is way too dipped into the gutter on one side, and I'm like, that will not do. And there's a few other things that are just slightly off that are all perfect in the books that you guys just got today, and any that you'll get in the future. I have to admit, I hate how these books are looking, and I'll almost definitely change them after the stream. I drifted off into a tangent about being extreme like a vandal and getting books in the mail. Ah, yes. So the things that I did. So I went into the mail 65 times. Um, I almost did the dishes, but first I was like, hey, I'll make some tacos because I've got leftover tacos because I made tacos yesterday. And I have so much leftover taco stuff because I didn't use real meat. The last few times I've made tacos, I've used plant-based fake beef, which is so much more filling and thicker than beef. But I'm so used to like just filling my tacos with just overflowing with beef. Oh yeah, just rub it all over my face. Taco beef. But the plant-based stuff is um, very hearty, I guess I'll say. So yeah, but I keep forgetting just how thick and plentiful it is in just a small mouthful. So I had a lot of meat left over, so I had some more plant-based tacos today with lactose-free cheese and some kale, cause I didn't get lettuce. I get some mixed green kale stuff. So and it was I it's just from Superstore. I cannot remember the name of it at all, but it's just in the little package in the fridge section. And there's three different kinds. There was like original or plain and Mexican style. So I got some plain stuff to throw into like hamburger helper or whatever. And I got the Mexican stuff, and it's like, oh, maybe this will spice up my tacos. And when you have taco spice mixed in with your pre-spiced taco meat, oh wow, spicy, spicy meatball. Um, I said, of course, I had some no meat tacos, and for supper, I had some taters and some fried chicken from the grocery store. I'm not a vegan, I'm just trying my best to not be a monster. You're still a monster. I mean, if we're gonna be taking score, you're still a monster, and I am the greatest. You're the monster. End of list. So, uh, had my tacos, and while the stuff was heating up, I was thinking, hey, I'll get these dishes done. There's only a few dishes staying on top of them this week, right? Right? I'm definitely staying on top of them this week. No, you're not. They're still in the sink, and they will be in the sink until tomorrow. Stop ratting me out. It's not a crime. That's not your thing that you do. But yes, they're still. I haven't. I almost did, but I got a pita instead because I still don't love KFC, but I do want to try their fake chicken. And I've got some fake chicken in the fridge as well that I still haven't tried yet. Got to see how that flows. But sounds like it's pretty good. Uh, you know what I want to delete it all? Let me just try something. Go with a 3 brush. No, let's go with a 2 brush. And I have no idea why it's no longer, it's just erasing. Oh, I know how to fix that. Click. They're good! Ah! Moxie Fox recommended. Oh no. Oh no! No, it's not the credits. My little clip here that holds my phone in place falling apart. Phone here. Try not to accidentally turn off the stream like I always do somehow. So, oh yeah, so in order to do the dishes, I either had to use a washcloth that will need to be washed, or I use my little scrubby pad thing, excuse me, that has all the soap in it already, and then you rub all the soap on it, and everything is wonderful. But it looked atrocious. It just looked like a gunky, atrocious mess. Excuse me, I'm so gassy from the chicken and the vegetable juice mixed together. Oh yeah, I was gonna try. Yes. Mirko style is what I want. Do this sketchy and fun. Fun and sketchy. Sketchy and fun. I'm going to... There we go. Do this the proper way. But I threw the scrubby away thinking I've got like at least 2 or 3 under the sink. But I did not have 2 or 3 under the sink. There wasn't any under the sink. I looked in the drawer where I also thought they were. There was none in the drawer at all. Did you look at the darkness and scream, "Where are they?" Nope. Never gonna do anything that you suggest, Batman. Never in a million years. Yeah, Mirko Chin. It's his birthday yesterday. Hey there, Mr. Mirko. You know that it's your birthday. Wish you the best from your little brother. And I'm proud of you today. Then undo. Ah! What are you doing over here? There we go. So, Mirko is the best. So I thought, should I be mildly lazy and just get ready for the stream, keep working on my Milos and whatever, but it's like I've already done some artsy stuff. Why not go to the drawing camera for once? Hey! Remember that thing? And I'm not going to the grocery store just to get scrubbies. I'll do the dishes tomorrow. I'm not even gonna do them today. So who cares? But at this point I was still planning on doing the dishes today. So then I went to the grocery store. I got some scrubbies and some juice to mix in my juice. Came back from that, ate, talked to my friend John, who lives across the hallway. He was on his way to pay some bills and get some popcorn, and he told me about this dude from like playing Magic cards who was like, "Hey, I'm 30-something years old. Let's go with 37. I'm 37 years old, and you know what? I've nailed it. I have effing nailed it. All right? My mom, she cooks for me. My mom, she cleans for me. My mom, she pays my bills. Hey, if I need money, I ask my mom for some money. I don't have a job, dog. I got a mom. Right? I don't need to do stuff. I got a mom. What? That's what I do, and I'm proud of it." And he was like, "Hey, you coming to the magic card thing? That costs money to go to, I guess?" And he was like, "No, man, I can't. My mom won't give me any more money. I'm 35. I've got it all figured out." And I just, A, hilarious, and B, we talked about like versions of that person like just last week. And I'm not sure if I mentioned that or thought about how, wow, yeah, people are proud of that. People are proud of that. Also, last week I started a tirade with, "Oh my god, it's Tuesday, it's Tuesday, it's Tuesday." And the end of that sentence was, "I feel like tomorrow is Friday. I can't believe it's only Tuesday." But who cares, in case you're watching these all in a row. Well played. Fun song. But in finishing off my meander from last week, I've completely lost what I was meandering from this week. Made stuff. Okay, got back after John told me about, hey, this guy's super proud of being a dirtbag. Like, yeah, a lot of people are. Anyway, see you later. Oh, but before, he was like, oh, blah, 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 this noise or whatever. He's like, sometimes I'm tempted to actually listen to find out what's going on with these people that are yelling stuff. I think they're the people that live above me. And I'm like, you know what, John? One, they are the people that live above you. Two, I can tell you exactly what you didn't hear. Do I want to hear it? No, but I don't have the ability not to. Not you guys. Shh. So he was like, I don't even know what that's all about. And I was like, oh, I'll tell you every detail. So, like, 2 months ago, and I've told you guys already, I keep forgetting that the camera doesn't automatically follow me. And I told you guys, like, I think it was 2 months ago, somewhere like early pandemic, maybe 3 months ago. Has it been 4 or 5 months now? Who knows? Big truck. Um, and there was a moment where, and I recorded it, I believe. Yeah. I made the video of the people screaming at each other, and I'm like, I was gonna play a song, but people are screaming. So within that scream fest, it was, "How dare you? You cheated on me. I don't get to cheat on you. I still love you. What am I gonna do?" And she's like, "Guess I don't need you anymore. You don't even need me anymore. I don't need you anymore. Bye." But what? No, but I love you. Goodbye. Yeah, but what? Goodbye. And then like 2 weeks later, basically the same thing happened. Like, no. We said goodbye. One of you is gone. So that's happened like a handful of times. Today, maybe also yesterday, this possibly started, but I think this was today. Slam! Like the slamminest car slam ever that no matter how far away you are, you know that, oh my god, do I know somebody with a car? Because if I do and they're coming for me, that's my dad is going to murder me car door slam if ever I've heard one. Ever in the history of car door slamming. No, definitely the same guy. Definitely same guy. He's riding her rebounds out. She's been done with him for months, clearly. She's never happy with him, ever. So door slam, loudest slam ever. I glance out the window like, what was that all about? And I can see a dude in his car. I don't quite put two and two together yet, but dude is in his car like, can't think of anything to grab here that won't, but yeah, let's say he's getting his phone. All right, let me get my wallet and put my wallet in my phone. Let me just check. Put my wallet in my phone. Yeah, I think I got everything. Let me just, and then we'll put this over here. All right, let me make sure that the wiper is set to not wipe and the blinkers are set back to their original position. Anything else in this car, just dust that off a little bit. And all I could think, and this is 100% me projecting, making up my own stories for people in the world, is, oh, hey, dog. I'm saying dog, by the way, not Doug. Hey, Doug. You are absolutely freaking out right now and trying, because somebody definitely slammed a door and it wasn't you. So I'm guessing your girlfriend was in the passenger seat. She slammed the door with a and took off, and she's already in the place 2 seconds before I look out the window. And you're just like, well, I don't want to go inside, so I guess I'll if I can, however much time I can take in this car to never go back in there again, because I'm just gonna get yelled at, even though I don't even know why, because nothing makes any sense. And the why, Doug, is because you're not a good boyfriend or you're not a good couple, and you should break up. So at this point, it was that yelling, and then later on in the day, I was out in the main apartment, not in this room where I am fairly secluded from some of the tormenting sounds of the world, and they're in the hallway on their way up to their apartment, which is audibly right over there. So stomp, stomp, slam, slam, stomp, stomp, slam. I don't even know what they're slamming, but one of them is yelling, "You have my bazazah! Yeah, well, I have bazazah. I don't even care about your bazazah. Well, I need my bazazah. Well, I guess you don't need your bazazah." I think that bazazah might have been keys. Pretty sure it was keys, because later on I heard him saying something about she doesn't have her keys, so she can't lock this, so she needs me, basically. Like, oh my god, trapping somebody with the need of that's not a good, healthy relationship. So they're yelling that. I'm just telling John this. I was like, that's the part from today from the screaming. But then, somewhere in between is the bajaja, and then there was like 3 or 4 incidents, I guess. So then the fourth one was back outside again. So this was another right before the door slams, door opens. I don't hear that part. I just hear I do hear another slam to slam all the doors to never slam again. Giant angry slam, and he's screaming, "Why are you be so pissed off all the time? Why such so pissed off. Why? You're always slamming things. You're always so pissed off. Why do you gotta be like this? And, I know the answer, because, I'm a genius, and I'm old, and they're probably 24, or younger. So, I'm tempted to scream out the answer is, you guys broke up 2 months ago. She's probably still going to other people, and you just don't go away. And for some reason, you think it's going to work out in your favor, even though she hates you and doesn't need you and said so, and has sent you away several times. And you are just holding on for dear life to somebody that you resent for hating you so much. So this is never going to work out. Did I yell that out the window? No. No, I'm not a psychopath. What did you yell out the window? I yelled out the window, break up already. This isn't working. Just break up. That seems somewhat harsh and unorthodox. Or the most orthodox? I don't know. It's a thing that I do when people are screaming and going crazy for the 700th time in a way that's just like, you've already kicked him out. She's already kicked you out. Anything that happens now is your fault. Did I tell you about the night where he was yelling, now my eye is bleeding. Now my eye is bleeding. That's your fault. No, that's your own fault. You did that. No, it's my fault. Now I have to go to the hospital. Like, I assume somebody was angrily throwing stuff around. Subconsciously to hurt themselves so that the other person was like, oh my god. People are garbage. If you check the internet today, you will learn what I say. That there's a dumpster fire in everyone's heart that just won't go away. So I'll climb into my van, boycott most every woman and man. 'Cause your life may matter, but you're just shit splatter if you don't care about black lives. But not everybody. Not everybody, of course. I don't want to bring everybody down. Some of the joy that I have is in, observing dumpster fires from a distance and reminding people, myself mostly, and others, hey, are you in a dumpster and are you on fire? No? Guess what? You're like 17 points ahead of most people. Most people are knee-deep in dumpster fire. I'm going to go even further to Tara's poop story from this morning, or the Tara poop story from this morning. Because Tara was like, hey, it's been such a week already. And I'm like, it's only Tuesday. Oh, Liz Lemon. But before she could even say, like, oh, life is hard, I was like, hey. Go take a look at your pool. Just go look. Like, she's got a nice above ground pool, new decking that's super nice. Just go take a look at it for 5 seconds and know that it's not this. And I sent her a picture of the yard next over. They've got an above ground pool right at the beginning of the pandemic. They clearly spent whatever money they were given or they got their hands on. They got a pool. They got a swing set. They got a sand pit. They got a gazebo thing. They got a fire pit. A bunch of kid toys. A bubble blowing machine. All of the joys of summer that any child could enjoy. And they have several children. And they've been out twice in all of this stuff? Twice. And we had a heat wave last week and there's nothing. But for the past 3 weeks, that water's just been green and getting greener. And today, it is like electric lawn green. Like, it looks like an expensive green that you cannot get for free. And they're getting it for free in their pool. And they haven't touched it. I'm just like, oh my god. Like, when I had a pool, I barely swam in the pool. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not that pooly or beachy, even though I love a pool. I love being next to a pool. I love being able to put my feet in a pool. I don't like the anxiety that goes with, hey, someone's gonna shove me in this pool, or pool in this pool. But what I do enjoy, cleaning a pool. Hey, thanks for pressing the button for me to judge you on how crazy you are. You enjoy. I'm sorry. What is it now? You're just like, hey, I like going by the pool and using some sort of scooping net or fancy vacuum to clean out the pool, and then when it's all sparkling, super shiny clean, you're like, oh wow, I wish nobody would kind of use this pool, so the bottom would just stay sand free forever and look super pristine. Yeah, I'm that kind of psychopath, I guess. I don't know, but yes, I do enjoy cleaning the pool. Um. But not that she's not allowed to have a bad day. Just again, just a reminder of, hey, by the way, things are pretty good. And that's what I'm doing for myself. Again, it's just to remind myself that, hey, with all the dumpster fires that are out there, as long as I don't say, hey, oh, is that what we're doing? We're all being dumpster fires now? All right, cool. I'll be the flamingest dumpster fire you'll ever see. Flinging turds? Yeah, here we go. That's what we're doing. Gambit style. Look, I've got my Gambit gloves, and I'm gonna throw exploding turds all over town. Like, no, I won't do that. I won't give in to the crazies. And, and yeah. Also, like, know your audience. I also do know that Tara is the queen bee of Schadenfreude. All right, it's just a fact. She knows it. I know it. Most people know it. She gains her power through other people's failures. Oh man, I'm a horrible person. But if you listen to the podcast, she says it herself. Life is full of high highs and low lows, and you ride them, and you ride them. The only way to know, hey, I'm way up here on this roller coaster, and it's going to be super fast and cool in a second, is to be like, oh, remember when I was way down there? Way down here, oh, it's so boring down there, it's so boring at the bottom. But then it's way up there, so at the bottom you know that, oh, I know this sucks, but there's going to be something wicked wild up there. And at the top you're like, this is so intense and crazy. Well, there's going to be a low point down there, so there's ebbs, there's flows. And that's the ways it goes. And yes, I don't really know much about the blue algae in New Brunswick, other than it is a problem. And yeah, that pool might be where it comes from if those people have ventured anywhere near the Brunswick, old or new. I did make notes. But I cannot remember any of the notes. Or I feel like I remembered other things besides the notes, or I already went through them without looking. We're almost done anyway, even though I've drawn virtually nothing today. But again, that's why I'm changing the names, so it's doesn't have to be, hey, where's the drawing at? Yeah, there's drawings, but also we just rant and rail about things. Why am I doing that again? Sketchy line. Mirko time. Enjoy what you do. Don't try to make it perfect too. Sometimes you're just on a stream. Oh yeah, I was talking about all the things. So all those things, tacos, animation, little music video-y thing. And then at the, I'll say end of the day, though it wasn't a work day, but I still looked at it as like, all right, it's 5 o'clock, time to take a break from stuff and or get ready for streaming. So ran into John, talked about that guy. Told him, oh yeah, I was telling you about the people upstairs screaming at each other. I screamed at them with the proper answers. And then, out of nowhere, I was like, okay, I'm going to revamp this place. It would be better if the shelf behind me wasn't higher than me or equal. Um, so I should go get another shelf. Even though this thing was right over there, where the shelf is right now, and that wall is more accommodating to that shelf. Again, the room somehow just got a little bit bigger. Um, because for some reason I never thought to put that back here. I was always putting this one, so it's less cluttery, less stuff, easier to just focus on me, camera wise, and people viewing wise. So that was like, I don't know, right before the stream, and I'm like, all right, I'll start moving this over there, start moving that over there. This is gonna be fine. Moving the carpet and stuff. Like, well, now that I'm moving things, might as well mop the whole floor, because I mean stuff is being moved. You gotta get that mop under there. Do a little quick vacuum as well. So I did that. Crazy. And then it was time to stream. And you know what happened after that, because you were there. That's all the things. That's all of the things. Oh, yes. And that was the other thing. Like, there was something else. There was something else that was like, why? It's something else dumb, but I just kept thinking, like, did you do something? But he's not here. He's not here, but in Did You Do Something, I'm thinking, didn't I do some other weird little Milo thing that I just didn't put out yet or didn't finish? But I remembered what it was. Not because I was doing it in a Milo voice, but because I pictured on the stream Milo saying, "I'm sorry, you did what now?" And I'm like, "What? That's the thing that I do. What?"
Bruh, what is it, bruh? I would like to know the thing that you did, bruh. Please tell me. I am the most inquisitive surfer guy available. Did I mention my SoCal attitude? It is much more laid back than the regular California attitude. Bruh? Dude? Yeah? Hey, that's like Fonzie, man. That's like Fonzie. Radical.
Thanks, Ted. Thanks. Uh, yeah, the other thing that I did was, hey, do we all, that was purely by accident. How much time do you guys, everybody just write your answer, one answer for each person, just how much time in hours, let's say, you can even go minutes, all right? If that's the thing you do, but it's like either, minutes or hours, how many minutes or hours in a day do you spend, with your, rapping app open on your phone, your headphones on, it's playing beats, and then you make up random freestyle rappings to the beat, and then you listen to it for a second, delete it, and do that again and again. How long does everybody else do that for? Everybody, just your answers. What 1 hour, 3 hours, 15 minutes, in a day. How long does everybody else do that? You know that the answer is zero for everyone. You idiot, stupid, crazy person. There's no effing way. There's no. What are you talking about now? What did you do today, and how many hours did you spend doing it? Yeah. Um, I do this every once in a while. I've threatened to do it on the stream 1,000 times, but I whatever. I got sick of that app and deleted it. I but last week I so zero for everybody for today. Honestly, a minimum of an hour. I sat in this chair. I turned off the fans so that it would record better and I could hear better. And I had a sweater on still because it was cooler this morning, so I still had a sweater and socks on. And my last rapping was all about how it is too hot and I need to take off the sweater and these socks before I die. And other stuff. I don't remember. I saved none of them. Yeah, exactly. Like, I still do that as well, but this was just like, did I just spend time, like, on a project right now? The chance to, actually, I might have saved one. I think I might have saved one, because that one, it's just, again, a bunch of random stuff, just trying to see what the app can do. It's not that much. It basically gives you some really nice high-end beats, without even paying. And then there's a paid version that's like $10 a month that you're not getting my money. But why and how, once again, is the interesting part. So last week we mentioned Illmind. I did some of his stream graphics through Streamlabs, which is my job, doing custom artwork, like borders and alert animations and whatnot, for fancy people in the streaming world. So this Illmind guy who's like made music and produced for Beyonce and Kanye and Jay and a slew of people who you have heard of. And I've even heard of all of these names before. And although I don't know their music, I'm like, I know that this person is a bazillionaire and they're amazing. So he posted like, I love this stuff. And I posted like, hey, this guy loves the stuff that I make. And he was like, hey, this is the guy who made the stuff. You nailed it, bro. You're awesome. Like, a guy who most likely talked to Beyonce was like, hey, you're awesome. You're killing it. I'm killing it? You're killing it. Ah, murdering all of the artwork. Yes. So that was cool. And on his response, on his Instagram, all of the posts, all the responses to the artwork was just like, this is epic. This is on fire. Who did this? Oh my god, I love this. I'm like, oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I'm cool on other people's Instagrams. So because of that, I got a handful of hip-hop and rappers and beat makers following my Instagram. And I'm like, this is super cool. Maybe they'll like the stuff that I do, but I feel special. Like, and some of them even like commenting and or sending me messages. It's like, oh my god, this is amazing. How do I get this art? You can't. You can't. Technically, you could hire me to do it on my own time, but I'm busy. I'm busy. It takes a lot for me to do some stuff, like being Beyonce, I guess. But anyway, I do it through work. It's just like, this is how it works. There's a queue of stuff, and they keep me pretty stocked up on things to make. So anyway, through that, these guys are following me, and the last guy to like leave a comment, or the last few, they all have this kind of same Instagram post that is clearly from an app, and it has little music bars and a little crown, and then they're just like rapping over it. So I was like, I think I might have to get this app. This seems fun, mostly because the first two or three that I like skimmed through of people actually rapping onto stuff are, I don't know, probably kids and just like in judo and martial arts, age doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna still compete with these small children, maybe. But yeah, the first one that I listened to, you know, very expensive sounding music, sounds very professional, they're very amazing. And then this guy, I don't know, he was like microphone probably 6 feet away, and it's just like, you know, there'll be kind of a build up beat, and then it jumps into the real main beat action. And this guy was fully just like, you know, doing that thing that songs do, but it's just like, you know, we're trying to do out here. Everyone, you know, making up what they want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do, and this is going to be whatever. But he still just kind of sounded like it was still very awkward and just like, have you never talked before? Because I know that my rappings that I'm recording right now don't sound amazing, but wow, they're definitely better than what this guy's doing, and he's done like 1,000 of them. already. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let's play this game a little bit. Let's play this game a little bit. But so far, there's a very serious, dark stuff. Still about guns and freedom and lots of N words, and I just feel like, am I allowed to use this app? I think that should I have a special application for this application? Because I do not think that I would get accepted. Still fun though, and I say dark, but not just standard hip hop dark. I guess just more serious. Poems about what's going on in the world, and a bunch of other people that are just straight up like, oh wow, like you're a rapper. This is what you do, and some of these probably go through, but Illmind has a thing that I made a screen for where he has a beat battle. So two different beat makers, or possibly rappers, I think it's mainly music, they compete, and I guess people vote, and then he gives them coins that I think are good for stuff within his stores. I didn't go too deep, but yeah, he does that thing. So some of these people are like, please allow me to introduce myself. You might think you know me, but I'm different as an elf. What? My ears aren't pointy, but I'm magic, you see. I'll drop some dope lyrics that you won't believe. So anyway, that was pretty fun. But anyway, the last one where I'm like, okay, I have to just stop this. I have other things that I want to set up and do. I'm probably going to end up mopping the floor after this. But then I'm just like, oh yeah, I've definitely been here for like well over an hour, just making up, and each one completely different, picking randomly different tracks each time. But the last one, almost all of them have a like, hey, here we go, making that beat go, and some kind of like little bit of a backing thing sometimes. One of them straight up just says like whatever, groovejams.com. Like, oh, there's a website, and then I just rolled with that. But my last line and the last little thing that I did, because like I said, it was like it's going on, and I'm saying something. While I'm saying something, the voice comes in with just like a hey, ha, like, don't know what that said. Keep going. Hey, don't know what that said. Then on the third time, it was in between when I said something. I was like, hey, and then my last line is, whoa, hey, did that guy just say the N-word? Stop. Good times. Good times on the internet. Butterflies in the sky. Try to rap twice as high. Take a look. It's in this book. This is your reading Rainbow. What? But if I ever make something half decent, I'll throw a Milo over top of it, or I'll start doing stuff at a Milo voice, and I feel way less pressure for it to be passable as a real song. As demonstrated by my new version of Stacy's Mom, available on YouTube for free right now. Stacy, Bob, hey, it's your Bob, 'cause Stacy, I want a beggar Bob. Excuse me, Stacy, can I beg your Bob? Hey there, Stacy, figures for your Bob.
Whoa, bro, I think that is out of line, hey? Why don't we just chill out and be cool Canadian Californians, what?
Well, indeed. Well, indeed. Times I think the humidity, it doesn't allow me to tactilely touch the screen of touch as quickly as I should. I'll almost definitely rotate my canvas now. The future. But instead, I'm rotating my whole tablet like a crazy person. And again, there's a drawing screen. Not that we can really see anything here. This isn't a drawing episode day. Obviously, just funning around, telling some tales, talking about rapping, eating up snails like we're escargoing to the store, gonna buy some stuff from the French section, and more. What? Haha. Oh, and the other reason I need to revamp stuff, if you take a look down below me and above Space Goonie saying LOL, the area in betwixt, and all those little dots, because I'm loving these dots. Ba-da-ba-ba-bop. I'm loving them. Loving them. Loving them. What's wrong with them? They're great. I may change them a bit, but I'm liking this dotted background thing and the half tone that kind of fades away. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. Very good idea. Very tremendous. Great idea. Good job, everybody. Hey, have you been watching 1,000 episodes of Game Grumps all weekend long and pretty much every day? Is mostly what you do? Watch old Game Grumps episodes, trying to find things you haven't seen before, whilst avoiding a lot of the bigger games that you don't enjoy. But anything Sonic the Hedgehog from beginning to end, you're watching it. Game Grumps. Game Grumps. Have you seen Game Grumps? Yes. Yes, I've seen Game Grumps. The thing that's got like the orange, so like an orange flavor, but it's all dots. Like what I'm stealing? Oh, I'm stealing from Game Grumps. Definitely stealing from Game Grumps. I have to come up with something different. I mean, it's just dots. You can't steal dots. Technically, theirs is stolen from a built-in, not maybe After Effects, maybe it's a Final Cut, but whatever. The transition pack thing that you can buy, and here you go. Set it to orange, and away you go. Because a long time ago, I used to see it on everything. Everything! There was that, and then there was the Spiral Star, and both of them are from the thing, but they're both great. That's why they were used so much, and that's why it's great to bring them back again. So, again, I don't know. I've got a lot of ideas. I've got sketches somewhere around here of how everything's going to change. But it still comes down to, do I have my hoodie and my shirt on? And it's just like, hey, it's Curtis and Milo, and we're here with our friends. They're all imaginary and have, I don't know, mental issues, crazy tendencies. Yeah, if it's either me or Dr. Curtis with a lab coat, and there's no room around here. It was like, oh, I'll hang a lab coat in the background. That plant, but anyway, that's what it really comes down to. Mr. sounds mildly pretentious, whereas Doctor is pretentious but exaltedly silly because I'm not a doctor, but I do have the prescription for fun times. And it mostly comes down to offering a different prescription every episode for artsiness and enjoying life. I don't know. I don't know. But I will have decided by tomorrow sometime so that I can start drawing things and implementing all the stuff before next stream. Whoa. Wasn't on the drawing screen, but
Whoa! You totally flipped that script on its side. Whoa! It's like you did it without even having a telephone booth. Whoa!
seriously, all of his references I do not get and I do not like, and I would like him to stop every time, always. I think he's adorable, and you're getting rebooted with, oh, should we explode you? Oh, I mean, we really just don't, replace Milo without murdering him in some way first. I mean, when there was the Clone Wars, I mean, there was a Clone Wars, and like hundreds of Milos died, as far as I know. Hundreds, if not 12. But a lot of Milos died. It was in montage form, kind of stills, but there was blood everywhere. There was severed limbs. You were there. It was awesome. Actually, you weren't there. Another Milo was there, and then he became you. Actually, I think you just showed up. You didn't get a story. Somebody else between you and Black and White Milo, I think. There's been a lot of Milos. There's been a lot of Milos. That's crazy. That is crazy. Where is my drawing camera? So, roughing some books. Do. But yeah, no more clothes for Milo. Maybe some scarves. We'll go back to that, some scarves and whatever, because this one, because he's like put together from parts. The old Pixar, A Bug's Life and Toy Story rules apply. Build things that have joints that you can hide the seams in and whatnot, so you can still move them around. It doesn't seem awkward. But yeah, I think I'm going to do the other Mile a little more traditional styled, so that if he does move, he's going to require a little bit of animation and redraw, and still some tweeny nonsense like that. Oh yeah, no more shirt. And Ripley, that shirt's got to coming off. Shirt's gonna come off as well. Going back to naked Ripley, naked Milo, Major Penguin. Still gonna have a shirt, I think. For some reason, I'm just not comfortable with a naked penguin. I don't know. I don't make the rules up here. I just have to follow them. Alright, there's some sketchy books. Huh? What? Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. Any day now. Yesterday is gone. Why won't this erase? My race is small. Race is small. And then, of course, I'll add more stuff to it and add a roll of toilet paper and text underneath that says, books are for pooping. Realistically, I definitely should have spent this time working on the Ripley character or Milo. It's toward a thing. But that is 100% the reason why I feel like I don't accomplish things. It's because I come up with a bigger project, then I'm like, what would be great? A win of some kind. So I'll come up with a to-do that I can do in the time that I have to get something done. And then I'll do one of those things instead. So this is like, I'll make some more merchandise. It's still part of the universe of making things that I can co-opt into, merchandise or what have you. And that rationalization keeps me from finishing some bigger projects. But like I said, I still, I showed you the tail whip, huh? Drew them up. All the other stuff, taco meat. Are you trying to justify your day to these people? Is that what's happening right now? Is that what this is? Is this your refrigerator? Like, hey, how do I make sure my mom's refrigerator is full of enough artwork that I did in school today so that I'm a valid person? And then you're making each of these people's eyes your refrigerator magnet, something or other? Is that metaphor mixed enough to make any sense? Yeah, that's probably about it. The stream is about justifying the things that I do. while doing the things that I justify. If I didn't have some sort of a show or a stream or a YouTube, then I would just be some maniac that's making 7-second videos uh, every day. That would be insane. Who would do that? Why would anybody do that? It doesn't make any sense. Why is that the main viewing portal for any young person? Attention span, I guess. Attention span. But old people don't have attention spans either. Anyway, I think I loaded up TikTok one day just to see, is this a thing? Should Milo have a TikTok? That could be fun if Milo TikToks, but then I'd have to animate it more and do things. But yeah, just in loading up TikTok, I was like, oh, what is this? How do you, people are like, oh, find me on TikTok. I'm this, like, there's no search function here. There's no anything. I'm just in TikTok. It's the same thing. It's like Tumblr. Like, what are you doing? You just tumble through the internet. Who wants to do that? I mean, I want to know where I'm going. I'm using this voice. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it will soon be here. There. I'm not gonna clean. Oh. I'm not gonna clean it, but I will modify this at some point. Be exactly what I want. Yeah, book's gotta be bigger than the toilet paper. I mean, don't be ridiculous. Ugh, Balky Bartakamusing over here. Toilet paper and books, and then we write books are I'm gonna go for silly rabbit TikToks are for kids. But it is, and I'm fine with that. There has to be something for kids out there. Kids gotta dance, give them a place to dance. What I don't like is there's a bunch of moms doing reels and or TikToks and they're flowing through, and there's this one mom that keeps coming up, and the reason is I did click on one because I'm just like, what? Is this lady abusing a child? What is happening right here? Like, I don't understand what I just saw, because text comes up and sometimes it's like, ugh, I gotta click it to find out what music is playing now because I don't understand what I'm seeing. There's this one mom and this cop who's like, huh, people like trying to get out of a ticket, like, what? And I'm like, no. It's like, who are you? Like, no, like, go do something else handsomely, because, yeah, you're like a handsome cop. Do anything else with it. These are just annoying, and you make me so angry. Hopefully you're in a town, city, state, country, province, where you're not the worst, and you are just like, hey, I'm just doing the best, been doing my copping work. Didn't click on any of his stuff, so I don't know why that comes up. But this one lady, like, she also still does the thing of like, hey, like, oh, mommy, what do I do? You know, lip syncing to some garbage piece of audio, because, hey, oh, we're just stealing everything now? That's what we're doing? everything stolen. Fine. That's why I'm okay with this rapping app. Just give me whatever we're using. I'm gonna grab some stock footage. Nobody makes their own stuff anymore, except me. I made a thing and I'll make more, and I made a bunch. But yeah, she's all like, whatever, like, hey, my kids are like this. Just like, I want to do something, wah. And then the mom is like, not today, I'm the mom. Just like, you already have mom hair on your head. You already are the mom. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're clearly so much, maybe older, maybe younger than me. Oh my god, there's nothing I hate more than, hey, kids are the worst humor, am I right? Like, yeah, no, they are. And it's not funny. It's sad and it's terrible, and only you guys who are corralled together in this hatred of your own children, and it's just like, oh, that makes me sick. Oh, that makes me so sick. Oh, my kid's just playing Fortnite. Like, well, guess what? Shut up so your kid can buy you a house, lady. Do you want a house? Do you want a Lamborghini? Because that's the only way you're gonna get one, lady, is if your kid puts in the work. And nowadays, putting in the work means TikToking, hard rocking, Fortnite, shocking. I got no rhymes today. I spent an hour and a half making stuff up. It's all gone now. Used it all up. But anyway, like I said, this is the preliminary. It's not going to change this much actually, because I'm kind of liking this. I think I might make my own little font, and I'll put this in the store before next episode. And before next episode, it will be a new show. But the link should still be the same. The name will change. Blah, 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 bling, 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 blah. We'll go over it next week, because it's getting pretty late for everybody who has to go to work in the morning, even though I don't. Having a summer vacation. Maybe I'll go to the beach and take some paper and draw, because I'm the worst at going to the beach. I think that's everything. I played the commercial, and we talked about all the things. Books make you poop, and I got a lot of stuff to make. Oh yeah, and I got to get the books in the Amazon store. I'm gonna have 2 of them in there ready to go, because 2, the poetry book and the comic book, came for proof. So next up is seeing if I can find the files that made up the dinosaur books, and if I can re-ship those out so they can be sold better in the stores, but I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. I have so much as he reaches for more vegetable-filled juice. Speaking of monkey farts, I'm going to go have some monkey farts. And by that I mean, I'm going to go fart. I'm going to fart so much. So much farting. Just has to be done. Because the burping, first there's the burping, then there's the farting. That's terrible. Can we just go to the credits now? I feel uncomfortable with all of this stuff.
Hey dudes, I totally enjoy some farting. Would you like me to lift my tail and rip some wicked farts, bros? Bros? How's some wicked farts, hey?
No thanks, everybody. That's cool. I'm probably not actually gonna fart. So yeah, see everybody next Tuesday. Same bat time, same bat channel, same Ripley links, and yeah, as always, have a good night. There is no as always. I gotta come up with a better ending for this. But thanks so much for hanging out and watching and interacting and encouraging and interloping. That doesn't fit at all. That doesn't fit at all.
Say bat time. Say bat channel. Atomic bird time is the speed. Let's go. Everybody in the car.
Never find the credits button. That's all our show for now. Making stuff for no reason. Having fun. Summer season. Could go to the beach for a while. Lost the beat, but it makes me smile. I don't care. Do do do.
hot minute.
Oh yeah, I gotta make new credits. So many things. Ripley, get to work. Today's stream has been brought to you by podcasts and t-shirts. Don't forget comic stripping books. What?